Hello everybody, Mark45 Studios here, and today, in this LEGO review, you'll be looking at one of the bigger Minecraft sets that came out as of summer 2021. I got this one actually in late July to beginning of August, but I just didn't have time to get to it until now, so over a month. And yeah, in that case, now we're finally into it. So, set 7. Oh, sorry, that's for the box. But this is called the Sky Tower. It is based off a skybase in the overworld, and it comes with phantoms, which are new, Alex, and a cat. That's pretty much it. I did have a hard time setting this up, but I think this is the best I can do, because honestly, there's really no directions on how to display the phantoms, but it's the best I could work with, so that'll have to do. So that being said, let's get right into this set. Okay, so pretty much I've really only taken away the cat and the pilot figure, because I wanted to show you what it's like to have the phantoms attached onto these buildings. Now, these phantoms are on these clear transparent rods, and that's just the attempt to make it look like that they're flying in the air, which is, it's Legos, so obviously you can't make these just floating in the air, so you gotta make it work somehow. And this method is proven to be the most effective, if not the most effective. Actual placement wise, I kind of just randomly did it. There is so many other positions and areas you can put these phantoms in, so I just like how they add to the set to really make it look like they're just, flying through the sky, flying in the air. And yeah, so they are in the way, so I will have to temporarily remove them from their stands. Not break their tail apart, but I'll just do that off camera. So temporarily remove them for now. So in that way I can just show you the builds themselves, just the build sets. So there are 3 elements in this build. You got a little floating farm, a floating main house, and a floating tower. Generally speaking, this entire thing is supposed to be a skybase, so it's just floating in the sky. So let's start off with the smallest one here. This one is a floating garden, as if you didn't know that already. It's got a waterfall, which is important. If a player is getting down to the surface, he needs to take the water down to prevent him from dying of fall damage. So there is that. Looks like he's growing some beetroots and some chorus fruits, I believe. I'm not quite sure, but judging by the color, I think it's beetroots and chorus fruits. Unless Minecraft added some new crop that I have not heard of at all. I believe these are beetroots and chorus fruits. I'm quite sure, unless I'm actually just genuinely wrong. You do have a barrel here, which has a little clownfish. That's just for the cat. I don't think clownfishes are a thing anymore, so I think this is just like cod or salmon or something. Not quite sure. But there's that. I do like the usage of these transparent pieces. You'll see them being used throughout the rest of the builds. That's just to depict that this is really a floating garden, so that's quite nice. But other than that, that's pretty much it for this small little crop build. So there's nothing else much going on. So before we get to the main house, I figured I might as well show you the tower first. This one is, of course, you can see the transparent piece again. It's floating. You know the deal. These vines, you can kind of move them up, but they act as, of course, the ladder to climb up to the base. Overall, the color scheme is pretty nice, with the black, the cyan, and just in the overall shape is done pretty well. You also got a platform up here, which is I'm just gonna assume is pretty much a viewing platform. So I guess that's just to stick your player in and just, look at the outside world. And then the roof does come off. It is intentional. They designed it so you can take off the roof. In the roof, I believe these are just black stone walls that they're using here. Put your player in. There's plenty of space to put mobs, players, or whatever you want to put in here. So there is nothing inside this tower, but you can make that possible yourself by adding what you want to add in this tower. So that is there's that. So it may seem a little bland and empty, but it's like that for a reason. And I think that just allows the creativity to open up for the builder, you know, for the person who plays with the set. Now, finally, we have the main house itself. Of course, starting off, you have the vine to climb up to the top. So I guess the only way down is by descending through the water, and climbing it up is on the vine. There's a bigger, sturdier foundation down here because, of course, this is a bigger building. And then there's more usage of transparent pieces at the bottom. So in doing so, that hoists the build up just to make it look more authentic. The overall architecture of the house is actually done pretty solid. I actually really like the usage of I believe this is the warped trees planks being used to build the roof here. So that's quite nice. You've also got some soul lanterns. If you don't know what these are soul lanterns, or at least Lego's attempt at a soul lantern. But hey, I gotta give them props to it. That is quite creative, and I'll take it. You have this iron door, because I don't think stone doors are a thing yet in the game. So we have an iron door right here. Open that up, get the inside. You have a little chimney here, which is, I guess, built with blackstone blocks and then blackstone walls, and I guess on the top it's just like a hopper or something just to top it off for the design. Nothing too much on the side. There's just an open window from the front and the back. Oh, sorry, the side and the back. I also like this little detail of using these blackstone walls to act as pillars for this building, so that's also pretty nice. And of course, like I said, the strongest thing here is the roof, which of course, ironically saying, you can actually remove it quite easily. And that allows you to see the inside of the build. And we have a little furnace on the wall right there. We have a grindstone right there for disenchanting things. We have an anvil right there. And then we have a crafting table, and that's pretty much it. Really thought there would be a bed, or maybe a bed, a chest or something, but none of that's in this set. It's just that, which is I found it quite surprising, but I guess it's fine. But it just seems a little bit empty, though. You know what I'm saying? For a player base, I really feel like there could have been more that could be added in here. Because then again, I have nothing much to talk about then, because there's nothing much inside. But overall, I guess the main focus of the set is just the outside, the exterior looks of these builds. All three of them are nice. Crops is nice, the tower is nice, and the overall house is nice. You can, of course, combine all three of them to make a big sky. Of course, you can add this to your other Minecraft builds just to make your Lego Minecraft world. But so to speak, it's not bad, but it's just a lot of emptiness inside the tower and the house-wise. But it's not too bad. So, all right, let's look at the minifigures, and that'll be it. All right, minifigures. Now, the stars of this set, without a doubt, has to be the Phantoms. So I figure it only makes sense to look at them first. So of course, we have two of these Phantoms here. They are all on ball sockets, the tail and the head-wise. You can flap the wings, and the Phantoms have a pretty much straightforward design, just overall, just nothing too complicated. So I like the simplicity that Lego has put into these figures. They're the same. And you can pose them to however way you want. The Lego actually kind of opens up that sort of flexibility for you. And yeah, just overall, the articulation is great. And there's some great color schemes going on for these guys. So, generally speaking, this is a pretty good mob figure. Unlike some other mob figures we've got in the past, this is pretty solid. And then the other two figures in the set, we have a cat. This is like the Garfield, what I like to call the Garfield variant of the cats in the Minecraft game. Still the same head mold after all these years, which is fine. The only thing you can really move is, of course, the tail up and down. That's pretty much it. So yeah, that is the cat. And then finally, we have the pilot, as they call it, but taking this helmet off, it really looks like an Alex skin, but she does have goggles, so I like the customization happening. You can make your player figures a little more creatively. She's got the elytra, which is quite a nice piece. glad to see Legos doing more of the elytra. And this is definitely really, really nice. And I have this piece, I think, so this isn't new, but still pretty nice to see it. He's also got a trident, and of course he has a firework, which of course, if you know the game enough, you know flying with fireworks in an elytra will actually make you speed like a demon. I don't know what else to describe it, but one more thing, she does have this netherite helmet, which I took off because it does obscure the goggles. So look at that. As soon as I put this on, you don't even see the goggles. And that's why I really thought it looks like Alex from the start. So I thought this was Alex. But no, it's called Pilot. So yeah, that's all the minifigures. Let's look at the box and wrap up the review. Okay, last but not least, of course, is our tradition to look at the box. So here is the box for this $70 set. Set 21173 with 565 pieces. You just have a wonderful shot of this over some Minecraft world. And yeah, it really looks like some player just logged into a Minecraft world, took a screenshot of it, and then Lego just aligned the set with whatever is on there. So that's actually pretty, that's really what it looks like. You have the Phantom on the box art here. Looks like we got a desert village in the background, so that's pretty epic. On the top, we've got the figures being shown, the two Phantoms, Cat and Pilot. In the back, just emphasizing what I said earlier, how creative you can take the Phantoms to. I've only showed you a fraction of the amount of placements you can really put them to. So, yeah, go crazy. Be as creative as you need to. But yeah, and it also shows you the removable roof. And other than that, that is it for box. This is an okay set. I mean, the price of this I believe was $70 when I bought it, which is okay. I guess it could be a little cheaper. Maybe $50 might be better. It actually seems a little bit expensive, but I do like the concept of this being, you know, high in the sky with the base place being the clouds. Technically speaking, the build is actually floating, so you know, Minecraft physics, you can make floating buildings. That's a possibility. So yeah, so I actually find this set not that bad. You know, this actually being a player built structure, not a naturally generated structure, is already a win. It's great to see. I know the Alex skin, the Alex player skin is called Pilot, but it looks very much similar to Alex. That's why I just stuck with it. But I do like the elytra, the trident, the rocket's pretty cool. The cat, it's didn't really needed it, but I mean, it's another mob to add to the set. I guess it's fine. The Phantoms are absolutely awesome. They provide very, very well. They fit perfectly with the theme of the set. They are just the appropriate mob to add here, and I think that's really what made it such a strong set. So that being said, that's pretty much it for this review, and I'm going to give this set a final score of 7 out of 10. I just want a little more animals instead of just that cat. You know, just adding a little more mobs that already make the set a little more worth the $70 you're paying for. So yeah, so that being said, that's pretty much it for this video. If you enjoyed, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more. And we will see you all in the next one.